further ado, let us welcome ASUS Corporate Vice President, Eric Chen.
Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the age of the young. For the last decade, ASUS has been known for being the leader of the disruptive innovation. We continue to strive ultimate state of the perfection by going beyond the age and deliver innovations so everyone can enjoy. Being the innovator of the two-in-one, we truly embraced its value for productivity, versatility, and uniqueness. We have enjoyed working together with our Intel partners to create even simpler and the most powerful two-in-one devices. My friend Chris Walker from Intel is here today and will join the stage later to share more. In this ever-changing environment, ASUS continues to focus on leading the market through the innovation and design. We have seen a fundamental shift in many aspects of our digital life. We have seen the change, like how printing books turn into the digital content. And now, we are witnessing how digital content is turned into the virtual content. With the mixed reality device, a wide range of the future possibilities are within reach. Talking about the possibility of the future, I'd like to invite the expert on mixed reality device to join me on the stage, my longtime friend and partner, Peter Han of Microsoft.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Peter Han, Microsoft Vice President, Partner Devices and Solutions.
Good morning. It's great to be here to join ASUS's event. We're really excited to support their press conference here at IFA. You know, it's an exhilarating time for Microsoft and our OEM partners like ASUS. Right now, as we look upon the holiday season for 2017, we see over 500 million, half a billion users of Windows 10. And the use of the software is really higher than ever before. The user engagement and satisfaction ratings are better than we've ever seen. In particular, as we look forward to holiday, we're seeing a lot of anticipation for new features like Windows Mixed Reality and 3D for Everyone, which will be in our Fall Creators Update. This week at IFA, we'll be talking more about that Fall Creators Update, which will be coming as the next release of Windows. Very excited to talk about that. Now, as we look at the market that we're addressing, we are starting to see pockets of PC market growth together with partners like ASUS. As we look across the hardware portfolio, new form factors are really driving the market, animating the market. And we see things like two-in-ones. Of course, ASUS helped pioneer the category with the T100 convertible, and it's been great to see the continued innovation in that category. In thin-in lines, we've seen ASUS devices like the UX305 and the ZenBook lineup. I remember coming to IFA a few years ago and talking to Eric about the early design and pipeline for that UX305, and now to see that become one of their core franchises, really exciting to see, and obviously extending with the ZenBook. And then, of course, in gaming, one of the hottest categories in the PC market, certainly driving really significant year-over-year growth. You need look no further than ASUS's ROG franchise is a great example of that growth category. So really good to see the hardware market animated as we enter the holiday season. But of course, it's not just about hardware, it's a marriage of hardware and software that's really driven the ASUS and Microsoft partnership. So as we think about Windows 10 hero features like Touch, Ink, Hello, and Cortana, these are the kinds of experiences that ASUS's devices really light up. When we talk about being able to interact with screens in new ways with fingers and hands, really being able to take notes or draw with Windows Ink, interact, as mentioned, with mixed reality or 3D, and of course talk in near-field and far-field microphone arrays with ASUS devices. Really great to see the marriage of hardware and software come to life. Beyond the PC, though, we're also starting to see obvious emergence of new categories, and Eric alluded to Windows Mixed Reality. This is one of the hottest new areas for holiday 2017, and we're really excited to welcome the ASUS head-mounted display, or HMD, to the Windows family. If you haven't seen it yet, it's backstage, and I know a number of journalists will get the opportunity to play with the device, see the new polygonal glass structure right on the front of the HMD, and even experience some of the new games. So we're really excited to see that come to the market from ASUS. Now, when we think about mixed reality, it's really a multi-part ecosystem that we're putting together. On Monday of this week, we published on the Windows blog some updates on the content ecosystem that will be supporting Windows Mixed Reality. So we announced, for example, that Steam VR games will soon be available on the Windows Mixed Reality platform, and there will be more to come in the content space. The ASUS HMD is a great next step. We've already announced publicly that it will also pair with Windows Mixed Reality controllers to provide that complete control. So when you think about the inside-out tracking, the 6 degrees of freedom, the 90 hertz high-res experience on those glasses, and the pinpoint control provided by the controllers, you start to see the controller, the mixed reality experience come together. And of course, the final piece of that mixed reality ecosystem are Windows Mixed Reality and Windows Mixed Reality Ultra PCs. We announced that in our blog post earlier this week, and in particular, we're looking forward to working with the engineering and marketing teams at Acer to bring through specific devices like the ROG Strix GL503 and the GL703 into that Windows Mixed Reality and Windows Mixed Reality Ultra program so that they can work specifically with those HMDs. So it'll allow users that ability to immerse themselves in games, travel through space, and have all these great Windows Mixed Reality experiences. So across this entire portfolio of form factors that I described, PC and non-PC, we're really excited by ASUS's roadmap, everything they've designed for holiday 2017, and continued innovation and beyond. So congratulations to Eric and the ASUS team.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Peter. It's our pleasure to have you to join us. And now, allow me to introduce our Senior Product Director to the stage to share our latest innovation. With you, let's welcome Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome ASUS Senior Product Director, Sean Yan.
Hi everyone. Through the last 12 months, we have devoted our passion, sharpened our engineering capabilities, pushing the edge beyond our craftsmanship and design. We're very excited here today to share with you our new lineup. Let's see what we have got for you today. When we first launched our ZenBook line, it set a remarkable milestone for mobile computing devices. It also led a series evolution to the thin and light laptop design. It is because of these high standards, we continue to push ourselves to bring those revolutionary designs back to you. Hence, about 2 months ago in Computex, we launched the ZenBook Flip S, the thinnest convertible laptop in the world. We designed the ZenBook to be aesthetically stunning as a fashion statement. The Zen design concept cherishes the style of authentic beauty. It's a harmony of luxury and mobility. We want that every user, when they're using the ZenBook devices, actually symbolize their premium taste. Over the last 2 months, we have received numerous appreciations about its designs. We thank you. It will help us to continue to motivate ourselves to bring those designs back to you. In terms of mobility, we want the devices to be durable and robust. Hence, we carefully choose the alloy material and forge it to a 10.9mm thickness, making sure it's durable and rigid. It's also extremely light, only weighs at 1.1 kilogram, so it will be very easy to travel with you effortlessly. Under the hood of this prestige masterpiece, it has uncompromised performance. We'll have the latest technology of PCI Express solid-state drive, the latest DDR memory, but most excitingly, upgraded from a 7th gen processor to an 8th gen processor in enhancing the performance from dual-core to quad-core. In a journey in search of incredible, we continue to ask ourselves these questions. What can we bring more back to the user? What are the features that's always been wanted but does not exist today? We think that technology has evolved the way that we communicate. We used to communicate in the forms of text or verbal communications. These days, we are communicating in the form of images and videos. 300 hours of videos gets uploaded onto YouTube every single minute, and 5 billion video views are watched on YouTube every single day. We tend to share those memorable moments, memories, emotions, attitudes in the forms of photo and video. And it has really changed our world. We think that discrete graphic performance into an ultra-thin and light convertible laptop will help to boost the performance requirements. And we struggled. We didn't know how we could do it. It's very exciting to share with you that we have breakthrough achievements to do so. Please let me introduce the ZenBook Flip 14. The ZenBook Flip 14 is the thinnest convertible device with discrete graphics. It's only at 30.9mm thick and weighs only at 1.4 kilograms. The major objective about this product is bringing the benefits from versatility of 2-in-1, the mobility of ultra-thin, marry those two benefits together and empower the needs for graphics. So from the performance perspective, again, it has all the latest technologies from a quad-core Core i7, but most importantly, it also comes with a discrete graphic of MX150. What it actually means is it will help the video remastering process and enhance the performance by 4 times. It will also enhance the photo editing performance by 2.5 times. Not only we want you to do more, we want you to see more as well. So from design-wise, we pack a 14-inch display into a 30.3-inch chassis. With a screen-to-body ratio at 80%, this device is more portable than ever. We also want to discover what are the other features that user will really need. Another thing that we have discovered is user wants uninterrupted productivity and entertainment. So we pack a device with 13 hours battery life with a nice feature of fast charge. Me personally would call it a coffee break feature. As our life goes on, we travel from meetings to meetings, travel from city to city. There are times that our laptop runs out of battery, then we have to work and plug in at the same time. With this nice feature, you can go have a coffee break for 15 minutes. By the time you're back, your laptop is back on track for 2 hours. The ZenBook family also has a bigger brother, the ZenBook Flip 15. It's the most powerful ZenBook Flip that we have in the family. We extend the display capabilities from 4K to 4K. We also enhance the contrast ratio to 1 to 1500. So it's super vivid for you to immerse yourself into every pixel. The graphic performance is also upgraded from GTX 1050, so you will have 2 times better of the performance compared to its predecessor. But what's most amazing is the core performance. The performance elevates itself from a 7th gen processor to 8th gen processor by 40%. It also performs much better than the other 8th gen processor laptop as well. In terms of the magic behind the 8th gen processor, please allow me to introduce Chris Walker to the stage to share with you the magic behind it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Chris Walker, Intel Vice President of Client Computing Group and General Manager of Mobility Client Platform.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Eric. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here together with ASUS to talk about 8th Gen Core and your new platforms. Intel and ASUS have an incredible history of collaboration. If I think back just 5 years ago, we ushered in the era of thin and light with Ultrabook. And back then, that average notebook was 35 millimeters thick. And if I think about the market, far too many people are still working on that old notebook. In fact, across desktop and notebooks, there's about 450 million active old PCs that are out there. So I know, John, working together, we can make that experience for the users all the more better. So today, we're really happy to support ASUS with our new 8th generation Core platforms and processors. We first introduced last week the mobile part of this lineup, engineered and designed for thin and light notebooks and 2-in-1s. This new 8th Gen Core processor has amazing performance to raise the bar for personal computing. We've increased performance, as Sean said, 40% over just this time last year. If I compare that to that 5-year-old PC, that original Ultrabook, it's twice as fast on productivity and on uses that so many people are doing now of creating and sharing their memories in 4K video. That workflow can be sped up 14 times, all based on the processor. We see more immersive capabilities coming in the platform as well. On fantastic things like the ZenBook Flip 15, 4K content is brought to life not only in your own content, but premium content with partners like Netflix, Amazon Prime, iQIYI, Sony Ultra, and others, bringing that Hollywood content to the PC so you can enjoy it on the go. Across Intel, ASUS, and Microsoft, we're delivering the platform-wide improvements that enhance many of these incredible innovations. A modern PC experience where you're instantly able to get back into work with modern standby to be able to take advantage of all that performance. New pen and inking experiences to make the most of your 2-in-1. New immersive experiences you can dive into with 4K and with Windows Mixed Reality. We've also delivered simplicity to these platforms. You see them as being thin and sleek. We've been able to simplify the connection all down to one wire with Thunderbolt 3 technology on a USB Type-C connector. With that, you can do everything across your networking, your high-resolution displays, high-speed storage, and external graphics docks, now down to a single wire to really expand on the opportunities of a modern system. So on behalf of Intel, I'd really like to congratulate ASUS on these new platforms, and I look forward to inventing the future with you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I hope you're as excited as we are for the new ZenBook Flip lines, where visibility, mobility, performance, graphics, uninterrupted battery life, vivid displays comes in to serve their functional needs, adding the touch of elegance from its aesthetics as well as the luxurious material. We want the ZenBook line not only a computing device, but a fashion companion as well. In the principle of empowering luxury, we will always take a few design and take those legacy into our VivoBook line. The next product we would like to introduce to you is the VivoBook Flip. I will leave the price to be unveiled by Eric, but this is one of the concepts that we really take a premium design into affordable price points. First, let's talk about style and build. It's built with a full metallic chassis with 15.4mm thick and weighs only 1.5 kilograms. It's super stylish. And the immersive visuals with an 8mm thin bezel and a 74% screen-to-body ratio. We also add a nice feature to this, which is a whispering quiet fanless design. The device will use fanless, so extremely quiet. When you're having video chats or watching videos, you won't hear the disrupted noise from the fan itself. Above all the devices are equipped with Windows modern experiences. Windows Ink to unleash your creativity, Windows Hello for security, Cortana, and Modern Standby are all in there as well. We live in exciting times where technology has really evolved to take our lives beyond our imagination. We believe the future of technology has infinite possibilities with mixed reality, and ASUS will not be absent from it. The next product we would like to introduce to you is the ASUS mixed reality headsets. ASUS chose to partner with Microsoft for mixed reality platform because it brings us several benefits. One, the most important benefit is the easy setup. Unlike Oculus or HTC Vive, you need an external tracking system to track your location as well as distance. With the mixed reality platform, it's an inside-out tracking system. There are 2 video cameras in front of the headset, and they work just as well as your eyes. It will sense the surroundings and distance. Next is the display. The display has a resolution of 3K. With a refresh rate of 90 Hz, it will help you to avoid motion sickness. Also, the controllers with 6 controllers give you that 6-dimensional freedom that allows you to immerse yourself into the VR contents. But we think about what other functions, what other features can ASUS bring to you without additional engineering efforts and design efforts. We think there are 3 more things that we can enhance. They are design, comfort, and hygiene. First, let me talk about the futuristic design we have on the mixed reality headsets. We choose a 3D polygon design with a design language of digital architecture. There are hundreds of surfaces on this design. Each surface represents a multiple dimension that fly right into your eyes. And it also illustrates the multi-realities that you are seeing within the headsets. Second is comfort. Unlike the traditional technology devices, it's very functional driven. For a headset, we think it's more like a wearable, where the comfort aspects is just as important as the functional aspects. So we study human ergonomics and precisely calculate the weight distribution of the headsets. The weight's only at 400 grams, and the weight is distributed on your forehead. What it does is help you to alleviate the pressure on your face, your nose, and your neck. It will allow you for a longer time period of enjoyment in the VR platform. Next is hygiene. The mixed reality devices, headsets, is more like a shareable devices. At home, you will share with your family. When your friends come to you, you will share with your friends. There are thrilling contents inside mixed reality, and you are likely to burn adrenaline and sweat. So we carefully choose the material to be face-changing material. They will actually have features of antibacterial, as well as the material that will breathe a lot cooler to reduce the skin temperature and dries up much quicker. For convenience, the headsets also flippable. So when you flip it open, it will allow you to enter back to the real world. And when you put it back on, it will reconnect you back to the virtual reality world in no time. Microsoft has promised to enrich the content platform on mixed reality. There will be more than 20,000 apps available on the mixed reality platform. Not just in gaming, it will be across the board from education, business, productivity, and entertainment. There are a lot more beyond our imagination as well. In this holiday, we will also bring in more of the mixed reality ready PCs into the market along with our headsets, and there will be more to come. That concludes our product introduction for today. Please allow me to bring Eric back to the stage.
Thank you, Sean, for introducing our latest lineup. I'm really excited about these hard-starting innovations. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, the surprise. ASUS ZenBook Flip 14, the world's simplest 2-in-1 with a high performance display graphic and a 360-degree flippable touch screen will be available starting from $799. Next, ASUS ZenBook Flip 15, the most powerful ZenBook Flip, will be available starting from $899. Thank you. Next, the ASUS VivoBook Flip 14, the super thin 14-inch convertible laptop, will be available starting from $399. The last, but not least, ASUS Windows mixed reality headset with a controller will be available starting from $449. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you are as excited as I am for those innovations. Now I would like to invite our friends to join me on the stage for a photo. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage Microsoft Vice President Peter Hahn and Intel Vice President Chris Walker.
Terima kasih.